Hello everyone, and welcome to another Top 5 Records video. And today I'm going to be talking about the 5 best albums from 1993. The 90s are a very challenging and interesting decade. And also in this video I'll be talking about 2 albums which were produced by Steve Albini. Just a couple of weeks ago, Steve Albini passed away and we lost a brilliant producer. So in honor and memory of him, the 5 best albums of 1993. And I'm going to kick it off with Björk. Now, this is an interesting album. Björk does something here which I have never heard before or never heard since. She is challenging the edges of pop in a completely different manner. What are we listening to? Still, I'm not sure. Yet, when you put on this album, I'm intrigued. I'm fully intrigued. It is as if her way of songwriting and producing centers around her voice. Now, I've read somewhere that growing up in Iceland, she would start singing in caves, and that the sound of the caves had the reverb, the echo, it would she'd be listening to that, and that somehow her voice was shaped that way. If her voice was shaped that way, her songs definitely are shaped that way because everything seems to balance around the timing and the room she creates for her voice and the way of its reverb, the way of its echo. It leads to very beautiful, new, and interesting pop. And this album, clearly a winner. On number 5, the first album, self titled album by Björk. On number 4, Enter the Wu Tang Clan. This is quite something. Let me start off with I don't talk too much about hip hop and rap albums. I do love them, but I haven't I didn't search the genre as much as I searched other genres. But once in a while, there is this rap album that truly gets you and shows you something unique. And Enter the Wu Tang Clan is one of those albums. It has authenticity. It's as if they're inviting you over to their group, their friendship, their street culture. There's a certain rawness, there's a certain etch in there. You hear them talking in between songs, and it gives you an image of a scene, a group. Now, also the songs are very good. I mean, these beats, rhymes, and these melodies, they are just incredible. They are very direct, beautiful. It's somewhat as if you're listening to a final album or music version of playing the game San Andreas, the GTA San Andreas. Or is it the other way around? Was GTA San Andreas the video game version of Enter the Wu Tang Clan? I think it's the last. Awesome album. On number 4. On number 3, the first Steve Albini produced album, PJ Harvey, Rid of Me. Now, a lot of credit should go to Steve Albini, but a lot of credit should also go to PJ Harvey because what she's doing at this moment in time, in 1993, while rock is leaning to, how do I say this, a lot of grunge influences, it's tending to become either grunge or metal, she reinvents it to her own tastes, more like British rock. That's not all. I mean, the lyrics are so incredible. She is so open. It is very emotional, and it's clear that she's going through a rough period. And she creates an intimacy with the listener, as if you're getting a sight into her chaos. And it's not just that. All these songs have a challenging element. There's an edge, a dissonance, an ease, but a very good tasting unease, may I say. You can clearly hear that when she covers Highway 61 Revisited. Her parents were Bob Dylan fans. They suggested she would cover that, And in that lies what makes her so unique and different. It's a very good cover. Also, PJ Harvey asked Steve Albini to produce this, not because he was altering the sound like a lot of producers do. They are looking for a sound. Sometimes they help songwriting, finishing up songwriting, doing suggestions for melodies, for instruments, for vocals. She said, no, 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 I want Steve Albini because I wanted it to sound the way we sound. And that is, let the producer make an album as if the band is in the room. And that's precisely what Steve Albini did. And it sounds simple, but the way PJ Harvey talked about it, she said, no, it's very daring because how do you make a drum sound the way it sounds when you're in front of it? And that's where Steve Albini came in. He would place microphones on spots, on the most bizarre spots, one would say, but he knew so much about microphone placing and giving it odd uh, places, which would just capture the sound in a different, right manner. And for example, drums are very, very hard to record. As PJ Harvey said about Steve Albini, nobody could make drums sound like the way Steve Albini did. So a beautiful masterpiece by PJ Harvey, produced by Steve Albini. On number 3, Rid of Me. On number 2, The Breeders' Last Splash. Now, this is something I was unsure if I would enjoy it because I'm a big Pixies fan, and so I thought, Kim Deal's leaving the Pixies to play with her sister. What's this? But the story is slightly different because her sister, Kelly Deal, actually auditioned for the Pixies, and the Pixies wanted her, but she thought, I'm not going to be playing Black Francis songs. I want to play Kim Deal songs. And although it's a mind-blowing idea, when you listen to this album, she might have been right because she heard something in the songwriting of Kim Deal, of her sister, which was clearly unique. And this album just kicks. It has the surf influences. It has the gorgeous, bizarre melodies. It also has the beautiful voice of Kim Deal. Does it remind me of Pixies? Somewhat, but then again, it is in its whole something completely new. A masterpiece. Gorgeous album. Last Splash. And number 1, the best album from 1993. Another Steve Albini production. Nirvana In Utero. This is a masterpiece for 2 reasons, and I actually think this is better than Nirvana's Nevermind. Why? Well, both have brilliant songwriting. This opens with Serve the Servants, which is a banger. I mean, then Scentless Apprentice, it's soaring, brilliant. Then Heart Shaped Box, with a beautiful video directed by Anton Corbijn, a brilliant Dutch photographer and director. But Heart Shaped Box, I mean, that's one of the best power ballads or combination of power ballads with sheer rock ever, especially in the 90s, but ever. It's so melodical, it's so fragile. It's the lyrics are, you can feel them in your guts. Then Rape Me. Need I say more? That is a tough one. Francis Farmer will have a revenge on Seattle. Dump, very good song. Very Ape, Milk It, love that. Then Penny Royalty. I mean, it sounds good on this record. It sounds good on the MTV Unplugged. Brilliant song. Tourette's. Tourette's is madness. And then All Apologies. And the idea that Kurt Cobain ended his recording life and career with this song, All Apologies. It's stunning. It's stunning. It is, in a certain way, very shy, but outspoken shy, with an incredible melody, with a soaring scream. Perhaps the best song on the album, All Apologies. Masterpiece. Brilliant songwriting. Well, Nevermind has brilliant songwriting as well. And this is where Steve Albini comes in. he recorded them very direct, very punchy, very challenging, and it makes it for one banger of an album. Number one, Nirvana In Utero, or In Utero. How do I pronounce it? I'm not sure. Masterpiece of an album. So, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.